What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another video where today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions ahead of match day number 35 in the Premier League. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It's free to subscribe. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video and do let me know your predictions ahead of match day number 35 in the Premier League. Finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by SofaScore, who are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores from around the grounds. They're going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest match information, along with the latest team news, along with the latest statistics, and all your good footballing needs, all in one place, all in one app. It's not just limited to football, it's got you guys covered for all the sports scores that you love to follow, all in one place, all in one app. It is free to download, very highly rated and worthwhile checking out, and anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So having a look then at match day number 34. Not my worst performance. There was only 7 games. I didn't get any correct scores, but I did get 6 correct results with 1 incorrect. So on Saturday, I managed to get all the correct results, but didn't get any correct scores, unfortunately. Chelsea had that down as a 2-1 home win against Everton, finished 1-0. Brighton against West Ham, I had that down as a 2-1 Brighton win, it finished 3-2. Newcastle against Ipswich, I had that down as a 4-1 Newcastle win, it finished 3-0. Southampton against Fulham, I had that down as a 2-0 away win for Fulham, it finished 2-1 to Fulham. And finally, I had Wolves down as 2-1 winners against Leicester, it finished 3-0 to Wolves. Not too far away on some of them as well. And then on Sunday, I had Bournemouth down as 2-1 winners against Manchester United. That game finished 1-1 again, not too far away with that one. And then Liverpool had them down as 1-0 winners against Spurs, and for them to win the Premier League. That's exactly what happened, apart from it finished 5-1 to Liverpool in a comprehensive win for them, as they're now Premier League champions. So that pretty much sums up everything that's happened in the Premier League. We've seen Ipswich confirmed as relegated now due to their loss against Newcastle. It was always going to be a case of when rather than if. We've seen already Leicester City relegated. We've seen Southampton relegated. So what we're dealing with now is very much who's going to finish in the Champions League spots. I imagine Arsenal's probably got Champions League football for next season already tied up. So it means that we're left thinking about which teams are going to be finishing 3rd, 4th and 5th, which will be Champions League spots. And we're also having a good look at the other potential European places. So some teams have still got things to play for. And that's pretty much the direction that we're looking at heading into match day number 35. We are still waiting for the conclusion of match day number 34, of course, with Nottingham Forest taking on Brentford in that game in hand, but that game isn't taking place until tomorrow, Thursday, 1st of May at 7:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. I did put a little bonus prediction in the last video where I'm going for a 1-1 draw and Forest to drop some points against Brentford, because playing against Brentford, not an easy thing to do. They're a good team. So, having a look then at match day number 35, starting on Friday, 2nd of May 2025, we head to the Etihad Stadium. It's Manchester City taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers at 8 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. A little bit of a banana skin this for Manchester City. Ever since Wolves have tied up safety in the Premier League, it's almost been a case of the pressure's off, the shackles are off, they're relaxing a little bit more, and they're playing some good football, picking up some really good results, and they're scoring goals. They've been pretty difficult to beat. So I think this is a real banana skin for Manchester City, and certainly not a gimme that some people are making out. I do think City will be too strong. City, of course, competing for one of them remaining Champions League spots. I think Manchester City will be too strong at the Etihad Stadium. I think they'll win. I'm going 2-0 to Manchester City. I don't think it'll be a very easy game for Manchester City, though, and so I think City will have to play a very, very good game to be able to pick up a needed 3 points. And if City can pick up 3 points, it puts pressure onto the chasing pack, the likes of Nottingham Forest, the likes of Newcastle United, the likes of Chelsea, Aston Villa, etc, etc. So moving on to Saturday 3rd of May 2025 in the early kickoff at Villa Park, you've got Aston Villa taking on Fulham at 12:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live here in the UK on TNT Sports. Going for Aston Villa to be too strong for Fulham, and for Aston Villa to get back to winning ways, going for a 3-1 win. And it's very much now a point of no return for Aston Villa. They've got 4 big games coming up from now to the end of the season. They want Champions League football, got to win all them games. Any more points dropped, and I think that might be them not finishing in a Champions League spot. So I'm going 3-1 Aston Villa and keeping them hopes alive. And then to Merseyside, you've got Everton taking on Ipswich at 3 p.m. BST. I think Everton will be too strong for Ipswich there, picking up a 2-0 win, which I think is their penultimate game at Goodison Park. Is this their last ever game at Goodison Park, Saturday 3 o'clock? Be an emotional one, but I think Everton will be too strong, going 2-0 Everton against already relegated Ipswich Town. And then you've got the battle of the bottom 2 places. Some have called it the most underwhelming derby in the Premier League for this season. Some have said in history. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but still. I'm going Southampton. They seem to, again, like Wolves, once they've been confirmed as relegated, the pressure's off them and the shackles are off, and they've not played too bad. And I can see them springing a couple of surprises between now and the end of the season. And I'm going for Southampton to pick up a big 3 points on the road. So I'm going Leicester 1, Southampton 2. Maybe an outrageous call, but yeah, there we go. And then the final game on Saturday, you've got Arsenal taking on AFC Bournemouth at 5:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live in the UK on Sky Sports. Arsenal have got to do a full rotation ahead of a huge second leg against PSG on Wednesday. They're already 1-0 down. They've got to go full throttle with that. They have to have their players within 8 days of rest. I wouldn't rule out Arsenal making a complete whole 11 changes, and because of that, I think Bournemouth will do something at the Emirates Stadium. I don't think Bournemouth will win the game. I just don't think Arsenal will either if they do make all them changes. So I'm going 1-1. Arsenal may not want to change things up too much to try and keep the squad sharp as possible ahead of PSG, but I just think they'd be foolish to be going with a first 11 for that game, considering, you know, you end up with 1 or 2 players pick up a bit of a knock or a bit of an injury and they can't play against PSG. That could be curtains for them in the Champions League, so I can't see Arsenal taking that risk. And then moving on to Star Wars Day, Sunday 4th of May. May the 4th be with you in 2025. Starting off in London, West London, to the G-Tech Community Stadium. You've got Brentford taking on Manchester United at 2 p.m. BST. I'm going Brentford to win that game. As I said before, Brentford are a difficult team to beat. I can see Manchester United dropping more points ahead of their second leg in the Europa League clash in the semi-final. So I think Brentford will do something. I think Brentford will win that game, and I'm going 2-1 to Brentford. You've got Brighton taking on Newcastle at 2 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Bit of a niggly one, this one, for Newcastle. Really big game when it comes to them Champions League spots. And I can see Newcastle dropping some points. Very difficult place to go away from home. Going Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Newcastle United 1. And then to East London, you've got West Ham taking on Tottenham Hotspur at 2 p.m. as well. Again, I can see Tottenham making a lot of changes ahead of their Europa League clash against Bodo. So I'm going West Ham to win that game by 2-1. And once again, it's a big clash for this down at the bottom. I can potentially see Tottenham Hotspur very soon being just outside the relegation spots, maybe even finishing 17th. It isn't out of the realm of possibility that, you know, Tottenham could finish 17th and Manchester United could finish 16th, which, regardless, I think, of whatever happens in the Europa League in terms of their domestic campaign, that's shocking. It's not good enough. Anyway, moving on. Final game on Sunday. You got Chelsea taking on Liverpool. Big game, this one, for Chelsea at 4:30 p.m. BST, live on Sky Sports. I think Liverpool have a bit of a hangover from winning the Premier League, and I can see again Liverpool just maybe taking the foot off the gas. Chelsea have got it all to play for, under pressure with a couple of teams above them picking up wins. I've got Villa and Manchester City picking up wins. Newcastle dropping points. Makes it a must-win game, this, for Chelsea. They drop points again. They could be struggling for Champions League football for next season. So I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. Interesting little curveball there. And then the final game on Monday, 5th of May 2025 at Selhurst Park. You got Crystal Palace taking on Nottingham Forest. I'm going for a 1-1 draw, with this game kicking off at 8 p.m. at BST, with the game being broadcast live in the UK on Sky Sports. Again, I can just see Nottingham Forest. They're a difficult team to beat, but they've got a couple of difficult games against some very good teams. Brentford, a very well drilled, very well organised team. Realistically, Forest want Champions League football. They've got to win that game at the City Ground. They've got to go to Selhurst Park against a difficult-to-beat Crystal Palace side. They've got to beat them. Yeah, Crystal Palace may have one eye on the FA Cup final, but that's not for another couple of weeks. So I see them being fully focused on the Premier League and wanting to get some momentum ahead of the FA Cup, and I think Palace will take that one serious. Forest will be taking that one serious, and to be honest, I can see Forest dropping points at home against Brentford. I can see them dropping points against Crystal Palace away from home as well. So this race for Champions League football really warming up, and yeah, we'll see what does happen. So they're my thoughts, they're my predictions. Do get your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.